Alright, so unfortunately I didn't have my camera on last night. It wouldn't have mattered. You guys wouldn't have been able to see anything, but I ended up looping the Grom. I went out with a couple of the guys locally, and we were doing some sit-down wheelies, and then I tried to do a stand-up on stock rear sets, and it came up too quick, and by the time I got sat back down and got my foot on the brake, I was already on the ground. I'm not sure if you can see it in the video, but the handlebars are like way off. Like, I am really kicked off here. Shattered the screen on this, which sucks because now if it rains, it'll get on that. So I got to figure out something to protect that. I got fairly lucky with the controls. I had to pull this brake up a little bit. I just undid it and twisted it up. But I think I saved a lot of the damage by having the bark knockers because they were all guffed up. I think they took the brunt of the hit. Because what happens is the bike went up, landed like that, kicked over, and then landed right on, like, handlebars down. The bike goes straight up and down. So that sucks, but the most damage that was done to the exhaust. I'm up at Home Depot because I'm going to try and find something to fix the exhaust. I'll show you guys the exhaust as soon as I get off the bike. I don't know if you guys can see that, but completely planted the exhaust. Got the seat a little bit there. Shattered the tag light. Minor body damage. Big things are the exhaust and the handlebars are screwed. So I'm gonna go in here and see if we can't find something to patch the exhaust up. Okay, so for those that have one of these exhausts, you'll know that these tips are $130. So what I bought is this company called FiberFix. They make a tape that's supposed to be super strong as well that works the same way, but these are patches. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one of these, cut it down to fit this, and I might use pieces, and we're gonna patch that in. And then we'll sand it, paint it, fixed. This cost $13.37 or something like that. So way cheaper than ordering a new tip. We'll see if we can't do that today. We'll make a video about it. I'm not sure how I'll fix that yet. Or that. We're doing one fix at a time. And because the exhaust for me is the most annoying, because it's the most expensive really thing on the bike. So the fact that it's completely gacked drives me crazy. Especially with how expensive it is to fix or to get a new one. So that's gonna be the first thing I'm gonna try and fix out of this shit I broke. Buddy of mine wrecked his old Mustang a while back. He needs me to come over and see what parts he needs to order so we can put it back together. I gotta get in touch with him and see what time we can do that. But I mean, looping's part of the game, especially if you're not gonna cover that rear brake. And the way that I did that stand-up, there was no way for me to put anything, you know, a foot on the rear brake. I was basically, I don't know if you guys can see this, I basically had my foot right like that on both sides, came up, and as soon as I got to 12 o'clock, I knew it was going to keep coming. I had clutch dumped it too high of an RPM for how far back I was on the bike. But I started to sit down, got that foot on the brake, and I knew it was too late, so I just stepped off the back. I've got a Band-Aid on my knee so that I don't gross out the people in class because it won't stop bleeding. You know, I dinged up my knees a little bit, but I didn't even rip my gloves really. Just a little tore them up, but whatever. The bike took the brunt. I mean, you can see where it landed right here. And when it hit here, the pressure squeezing this shattered the screen because this was like way down here. It had crushed my key. You can see where the key like cracked it when it hit the key. But I'm okay if anybody's worried. Luckily, one of my buddies here locally ordered a new set of handlebars. People will hate, but I'm a big fan of the stock handlebar riding position. I know that you can put aftermarket bars and put risers and be in the same spot. But what am I going to spend all that money just for what I have now? But he ordered a new set of bars. He's going to give me his old bars. It's fucking awesome of him. He said that they'd be here like Monday, and I'm going to get them swapped over because the right side's about 3 inches lower than the left. So we'll do a how-to video on repairing that carbon fiber bullshit and a review. We'll see if that stuff actually works, if it fixes the problem. And then I don't have rear view mirrors, so anytime there's a quick stop, I always look behind me just in case. I'm not trying to get rear-ended. But I'll do a how-to on repairing that. It'll be a first for me too, so we'll learn as we go, and we'll do a review, and I'll let you guys know if I like it or not. We'll do that later today. I'll probably post these as separate videos though. So I guess it'll be kind of like a daily vlog, a day in the life of me. So plans for today: heading over to my buddy Hunter's house. We'll check out his Mustang. I'll probably do a little filming there. We'll see what see if he's cool with it. I'm sure he will be. And I've got to go to class. After class, I'm probably going to go home and fix this. And then I've got to get some stuff together because FSU plays Boston College tomorrow night. The wife and I tailgate, so we've got to get a couple things for the tailgate. So that's the plans for today, guys. Stay tuned. So this is Hunter's new Mustang. It's the 5.0 Coyote. Nice. And this is Old Beauty. This is the one that he wrecked. You can see. Needs a little love. Alright, so I just left my buddy Hunter's house. We tried to get his Mustang running because the battery was dead, but it's just way too dead. And the only thing that they had over there besides his Mustang was a Pontiac Sunfire. And the downside was where he had parked the wrecked Mustang, we couldn't get the other Mustang close enough. And I didn't have time to pull the battery out of one, move it over to the other, get it started. So we gave up, headed up to class now, and then I'm gonna head back to the house and fix the exhaust. What the fuck is this girl doing? I'm gonna get to class like 10 minutes late. Man, the FSU cops have the coolest motorcycles. They got like big ass cruisers. And then the local sheriff's office, their bikes have like the baddest little metal flake paint jobs you would ever see. Those things are fucking gorgeous. But the FSU cop bikes, they're Florida State colors, so they're garnet and gold, but they're still fucking sweet. I really hope the camera picks up how crooked my handlebars are. Like, I don't know if it sees my hands at the height difference. It's so weird riding like this, but I'm starting to get used to it, and it's weird. Well, we're gonna head back to the house now and start working on the Grom. We're gonna fix the exhaust. Hopefully this works. You guys can follow along, and if you got the same problem, fix your shit too. If not, fuck it. $130 exhaust tip's expensive.